Alright, let's talk about garage doors and garage door springs and such as that. Both of these garage doors were given to me. They were in a building. There was an old dynamite shack down there by the quarry, and these were all stuck in there, and my neighbor said I could have them, and I drug them out and brought them up here and pieced them together, replaced the glass in them, such as that, and put them up there. And I didn't have much of anything for equipment at the time or knowledge about how they work, but I did what I did with what I had, and it worked out okay for a long time. But it has become, as I get on up there in my old age, it has become increasingly interesting raising that door right there. And really the culprit is that spring. You'll notice there's two sets of springs there, but there's two doors, so that spring works that door, which is fine. That door is easy to work because it's not as heavy, I guess. And this spring works this door, but it's not fine because it ain't strong enough. Now what you see down here on the floor is another spring. It's heavier and longer, which could be up there replacing that spring. And of course, when you do this kind of stuff, it's like a big erector set. You can see how much longer that spring is. So if that spring was there, then it would mount up back in there somewhere. I would have to extend my mount on back and all that stuff, which I can do. I have the technology. And then reattach that and re-tighten all the little turnbuckles and things. That would be a task for me to do some week when I have the time, because it's going to take me a while to do that, because that's just going to be a task that's going to take me a while to do. I'm just saying. See, there's a lot going on here. There's a safety factor in this thing. There's a cable that runs inside of that spring, so if that spring ever breaks, it won't drop that down on you. And you have to redo the cable and everything, which is going to require and you have to get it up there in the right place, because that spring won't bend, so the spring needs to not stretch out any further than the end of the door there. Yep. So that's it. So that's that project I was talking about taking on that I might take on next. Of course, I kind of want to get around to working on the Volkswagen some too, and the other thing I was wanting to do is work on that Jeep. It needs some brake work on it. So those are my three projects that I am most likely to need to think about doing here before too long. Okay. So with that said, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to think about that some more. Okay? Okay.